Let me tell you about my boring weekend I had with my girlfriend. We literally did nothing. I worked a little bit, we ran some errands, and mostly stayed at home. Now, here's a picture, for the clout that we took on Saturday before going for a walk. Now, you'll notice that she is super hot, and I look more like the thing from Fantastic Four with a baseball cap on and sunglasses. So that'll probably make the internet mad. And of course, I'm saying for cloud as a joke, but because you'll notice who's actually taking the photo here, okay? Now, her and I have been together for 2.5 years. She's hot. I look like the thing. Yet she told me Saturday night that she had an absolutely amazing weekend with me. Ask yourselves, how? How does a beautiful woman from the Zoomer generation who is notoriously social media brained and needs to be entertained constantly, and this is not necessarily my girlfriend now, but this is that generation, how does that kind of a girl find a boring weekend with me of running errands and mostly staying home? How does she find that to be an amazing weekend? How is it that she isn't just bored out of her mind or bored with the relationship and running off on me? I'm Paul, human behavior expert, and today we're going to talk about how to prevent your woman from getting bored with you and bored in the relationship. Now, first, let's talk about why boredom happens. Relationships don't get boring because you stop loving each other. It's usually just life doing its thing. Work, stress, maybe kids if you have them. Plus, doing shit costs money, and that can be a challenge for most couples. So things pile up, and suddenly you're on autopilot. Dinner's at 6, scroll your phones, lights out by 10, 11, 12. And then, of course, sex goes from spontaneous and fun to a planned once per week event for a lot of you couples, to then not even remembering when the last time you had sex was. You know the drill. We've all seen it, and some of you are living this right now. Now, look, it's understandable that this happens, but I just described the death of a relationship. I firmly believe that boredom and apathy is the key to how a relationship can go from two people being excited and in love with each other to ending in divorce or a bad breakup. A couple guys asked about this in my community recently because those guys are smart. They know that boredom kills relationships and they want to know how to solve it. And of course, they joined my community, which is already a smart move. Well, I think now that's a good time to share this. The simple thing that you and every other guy wants is the ability to pinpoint that woman of your desires and then get her to fall for you. This seduction superpower is exactly what Sexpionage 2.0 will give you. The name Sexpionage comes from the spy world. They couldn't be these high status males or these super chads that the internet tells you that you need to be to get girls, because these guys are spies. So they had to blend in. So most of these guys were rather ordinary men, yet they were able to pinpoint the women that they wanted and get her to fall madly in love with them. As it turns out, these same skills that these men used on missions are the same ones that you need in order to target and seduce the woman of your dreams. I'm opening Sexpionage 2.0 for enrollment very soon, like within a few days. So don't waste time. Click the link and join my community for free so you won't miss when I open enrollment. All right, that's it, guys. Make sure you join the community because I'm going to launch Sexpionage 2.0 any day now, probably Friday or this weekend, maybe at the latest sometime next week. So if you're in my community for free, you will get the announcement of when that launches, and then you can join me for Sexpionage 2.0. Sexpionage 2.0 is going to be a banger. All right, it's going to have more course material than what we had last year. And we're going to have more coaching, and it's going to be a good time. And this is probably the only time I'll be able to do it this year. Last year, I only had the opportunity to do Sexpionage one time. So I wasn't kidding when I say that this is probably it for the year, because I have other coaching programs. I mean it. So if you want to get the persuasion skills, the seduction skills, the game skills, the pickup skills, and to be able to build massive rapport and persuade and get the woman of your dreams, okay, and have these great experiences that I'm talking about in this video right now, this is the course for you. And the community I have is for free. And so make sure you're in there and paying attention so you don't miss it. Now, back to the scheduled program. The truth of the matter is that we human beings are not wired to have happy and exciting relationships for decades and decades. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. The average life of Cave Stacy, all right, from your ancestors, didn't involve peaceful and happy relationships. It involved cucking and mate switching and kids with multiple dads in the tribes until she died at 30 from tetanus or an attack or some disease. You see, that's how it worked back then. We evolved this way because chaotic relationships that didn't last caused more genetically diverse children because you had children from different men. Okay. Kids from multiple dads meant more of a chance that at least one or two of those kids would survive and thrive during a time when infant death was really a high risk. So losing attraction and losing a spark is actually what's supposed to happen from the evolutionary perspective. So it happened that way, and we evolved that way so that she would feel driven to mate switch. So she would feel driven to cuck you or leave you or get bored with you or sick of you. And she is the one who will get bored and who will lose attraction first. By the time you realize as a man that things have gone stale and that you need to spice it up, she's already likely checked out. So how do you prevent this? Well, let me describe to you my boring weekend with my hot girlfriend again, except this time I'll describe it in greater detail. So Friday night, we had a bunch of sex and then we chilled and watched movies. Cool, right? We decided to take a drive together. I remember that evening, and we listened to some music. We ended up picking up dinner at some point. Oh, and I bought her these stupid little stuffed animals that she likes because they were on sale at Walgreens, right? So she has these little smushmallow, whatever they call them. Anyway, so we did that. Saturday, we had some more great morning sex, and then we went to our favorite cafe for breakfast and coffee. And then I turned a hardware store trip into a little shopping at a sporting goods store where she could look at some workout clothing. She ended up finding some Carhartt overalls she liked. So cool. Like she looked cute in them. We bought them and bought some clothing for myself too. So that was fun. And that got us on this whole Carhartt kick. So then we went to another store that sold a bunch of stuff like Carhartt kind of stuff. She absolutely loved the store. It's more of a family owned little boutique kind of store. Right. And then we headed to her mom's house so we could grab a few things, and she had over there and left there. And then we played with her mom's dog in the yard a little bit. And then we decided to go for a drive, listen to some more music while seeking out a different sushi place on a different part of town. So we were looking for something a little bit different. And we ended up finding something awesome. So we found this little awesome place with some bomb ass sushi, and we dined in. It was great. It wasn't crowded, even though it was Saturday night, which is a big plus for us. We're not big into crowds. So we ate that. We got lattes, right? Of course, got to get the after dinner lattes. And then we headed home. So we both did a workout at the house, did some exercise together, and then we watched some shows. All right. And then on Saturday or Sunday, rather. So then on Sunday, we ate breakfast at the same cafe again, which we usually don't do 2 days in a row, but we decided to this time because there were some things in the menu we wanted to try. They do specials and different things, right? So we did that. Then I did some working out and she cleaned, which is awesome. And then we decided to take the dog for a really long walk. And we walked across my lake, which is a big sports lake, and it's all iced over. First time I've ever done it. And we walked a few miles across the whole entire lake. And that was a lot of fun too, right? Got some exercise, got to see some stuff, checked out some different houses. So the homes on the lake I'm on are worth a few $1,000,000. So they're nice to kind of look at and explore. There's a small island on the lake we had never really explored before. We got to walk to it and look at that. So that hike was like 2.5 hours, right? We got home, had a snack, had some more sex, and then I took a nap, I think, and then she did her workout. I decided to make us dinner, so I made dinner that night. I made pasta primavera with a bolognese sauce from scratch. I happen to be a pretty good cook, so that's something that's fun for me to do. I actually enjoy cooking, so I made the sauce and everything from scratch. It was great. And then I took out my computer and I did work and got prepped for the week while she sat next to me and watched some stuff that she wanted to watch on TV, and played on her phone a little bit until she got tired, and then we all went to sleep. So, so now, so you can now see how that boring weekend really went, right? All right. So maybe now you can see why my girlfriend said she had an amazing weekend. You see, the key to keeping things exciting isn't in what you decide to do with your girlfriend. You don't have to do these lavish vacations and crazy high status stuff. All right. It's all in how you decide to do what you're doing. Look, life is going to happen. You are going to get busy. All right. And you are going to have to work and manage your life outside of your relationships. That's a reality. You can't avoid it. So, how you prevent boredom is with the little things, it's not the big things. Because I got news for you. Even if you had millions of dollars and can afford an exciting lifestyle of travel and adventures all the time, that girl you are with will still get freaking bored with you if you don't know how to be playful and fun and appreciate the small little things in life. It is how you do the little things that matter. Just going to the store can be a fun adventure with playfulness and humor and conversation and fun. Here, this will be an epiphany moment for some of you guys. Boredom is a symptom of a loss of frame. It is a symptom of sexual attraction and desire going down. And it's a symptom of choosing the wrong woman, possibly, who doesn't have gratitude and who likely isn't with you because you're the man that she has high desire for. It's not what you do with your woman, it's how you do it. And the how is seduction. So when I say join my community for free and consider joining a mastermind group, I'm telling you this because this is how you learn to be seductive and communicate that playfulness in everything you do. So you can learn how to keep even the small things in life spontaneous and fun. Because spontaneity and unpredictability is the key to her not feeling bored. You learning seduction skills so you make your sex life the best she's ever had with a constant feel of newness to it year after year, even years into the relationship. All this is the essence of having frame. And that is why men go to my mastermind group. That is why some of you men are going to be smart enough to get in the community and smart enough to maybe join Sexpionage 2.0 if you don't have the resources or ability yet to join the mastermind. You guys who are smart enough are going to help yourselves so you can get these skills and have this in your life. So I'm not sure what you thought you might get out of this video, but you don't need tips and tricks and these 5 things will keep things spontaneous. You don't need that, okay? You don't need me to sit here and tell you how to take her someplace new for dinner or how to plan a drive or go to some like museum or whatever. All right. That's all dumb vanilla psychology crap that you can get on other channels. All right. Other channels from, I'll be bold in saying, clueless content creators and clueless professionals and psychologists, most of them running AI generated scripts at this point. You can go get that vanilla shit from them. All right. Because it's not going to help you. Reality is a relationship doesn't have to get boring, but it's on you as a man to keep it alive, provided that you were smart enough to pick the right chick. Okay. And a neat trick or a fun vacation isn't going to fix it. You need to change everything about your inner game, what's going on here, and you need to change how you approach your relationships. You need to learn how to seduce, how to stimulate her and stimulate her emotions. You need to be able to make the small everyday things amazing for yourself first before you can make it that way for other people. You need to have frame. So she is deep in desire with you, and all of these small little things actually matter to her and are enjoyable. That is going to take a little bit of work. So I'll see you guys in my community. Links in the description.